Thank God it's Friday. You're welcome to another interesting episode of The Conversation. Of course, the Friday edition of The Conversation, showing on your digital first Pan-African News Network, TOS Television. My name is Merciful Ajinemo. Before we bring you the crux of the conversation, which is the big story, a very important and serious topic we're treating today. Let me read about what has happened in Africa in the last 24 hours. And we begin from Ghana, where an unknown number of residents were killed with hundreds of buildings razed in an explosion in Ghana's Royal Western region on Thursday. And now to Burkina Faso, where planned anti-government protests for Saturday in Burkina Faso's capital, Ouagadougou, have banned by authorities 2 months after another rally turned violent. 29 people died overnight from a stampede at a church gathering in Liberia's capital, Monrovia, killed, the Deputy Information Minister told State Radio on Thursday. And now there's a time where I say we're bringing you the COVID-19 updates from across Africa, and after that, the big story. You're welcome back to The Conversation. It's that time where I say you have to be a part of our social media community. And how do you be a part of it? Follow us across all our social media platforms, that is at TOS TV Network on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Our YouTube TOS TV Network has amazing videos for you to watch and stay engaged with. And now this is the big story, the crux of the conversation. And this time we focus on enforcement of trademark rights in Abuja. And we're being joined by Izuchukwu Chinedo, an intellectual property law specialist. You're welcome to the show, sir.
Thank you very much.
How are you doing?
I'm very well, thank you.
Okay, I know this is a very important topic, especially when it has to do with entrepreneurs and people who have things to do with businesses. Please demystify the concept of trademark and how it affects Nigeria.
Okay, well, when you started, you said enforcement of trademark in Abuja, but not just Abuja. We are looking at Nigeria.
Nigeria as a whole.
As a whole, yes. So I think I will start by introducing what trademark means. Yeah, there's no two ways about it. Trademark is simply a name, a sign, a word, or even group of words that differentiates your product or your goods from that of another person. They're just, goods that distinguishes your own product, your own goods and services from another person, from another person's own. So it's just a form of intellectual property. Okay. Yeah, that's just specifically what trademark means.
Okay, so why is it necessary that we have to enforce it in Nigeria?
Well, imagine having someone else using your name to do business, or imagine you've been into business for some time, for a very long time, and then you've acquired goodwill in your business, and then someone wakes up in the morning and then start making money, reaping money off your sweat, off your product. I'm sure you feel so bad about that.
True.
So, and then in the entertainment industry, for instance, that's one of the problems that most artists have. Some of them don't even know their trademark rights. A lot of them don't know that they're supposed to trademark their names, their products, their music, their whatever. So that's why sometimes you see them going back and forth when it comes to ownership of names and all that. So it's a very vital aspect of life. I mean, in terms of business, in terms of entrepreneuring, in terms of services, in fact. So you're expected to trademark your name, your product, your goods, your services, whatever it is you own. Yes.
Okay, for people watching as well, Nigerians, what's the step? What's like a basic step to take to make sure that your art or your music or your service and product are trademarked?
Okay, well, if you have a thriving business or a company or music, whatever it is, you're actually advised to approach the Nigerian Trademark Registry.
Okay.
Yeah, it's actually at Area 1 here in Abuja. Yes, in Abuja. There are different steps to follow. First of all, you commence with availability search. After that, the purpose of the availability search is to decipher if there are other similar registered trademarks. Different from
so you don't do the same thing?
Yeah, so you don't end up registering another person's trademark. So after the search, if the search confirms that the supposed trademark is free, you file the application. But you need an agent, an authorized agent, accredited agent, could be a lawyer, to handle the process for you. After the application is filed, the examiners will examine it. After the examination, the mark will be accepted, even though there are some instances where it may be refused. But once accepted, it will be published in the Trademark Journal. After the publication, after 2 months from the date of the publication, if there are no opposition to that, then you can go ahead and apply for certificate.
What do you mean by opposition? Meaning someone who has an idea of that thing you're trying to trademark?
No, opposition is more of an objection. So
Okay.
the sole purpose, one of the reasons for the publication is to tell the public out there that, okay, someone like this,
Has
Mr.
this
A,
thing,
yes, intends
trademark.
to register this trademark. So you are expected to conduct what they call IP watch service, in the sense that you get a copy of the journal, you go through it and confirm if someone wants to register a mark close to yours or similar to yours. So once you see that this person wants to register something close to yours, you are expected to file notice of opposition within 2 months from the date of that journal publication. So that's where the issue of opposition comes in.
Okay, you know we're a digital first Pan-African news network. What about people who are not Nigerians who intend to register something in Nigeria? Maybe a business or, like you said, entertainers who have music and everything. Must they be here personally to register this?
No, you mustn't be here personally to register your trademark. All you need to do is to get an accredited agent
Okay.
to handle the registration for you, and then you're also expected to issue a power of attorney. I mean, you execute a power of attorney. The purpose of executing a power of attorney is to authorize the person to file that trademark registration on your behalf. Yes, so you need not be in Nigeria to register that.
Okay, I want to talk about opposition proceedings, because we know that many things have made news recently, like even on the music scene, especially entertainment in Nigeria. We have people coming out on social media to say, oh, this is mine, and don't do all of this.
Yes.
What is the concept of opposition proceedings and what you spoke about?
You mean the procedures for the opposition?
Yes.
Okay, so like I said before, once the trademark is published in the journal, and then you as a mark owner, a trademark owner, you go to the journal and then you find out that once somebody, Mr. A, is about to register a mark similar to yours, you bring a notice of opposition within 2 months from the date of that journal publication to the registry. The notice of opposition will contain the grounds for which you are opposing the trademark.
And this journal is available to the
Yes,
public?
it's available to the public, so that the registry, I think it's about 21,000 naira or thereabout. So the opposition would contain the grounds for the opposition. I mean, you're supposed to explain to the registry, or this person is intend to register a mark similar to mine, and these are my reasons for opposing it. You're also expected to attach evidence in form of exhibits for that. So after the opposition is filed at the registry will serve that opposition to the intending applicant, just like notifying the person that, okay, your mark which you want to register has been opposed. So the applicant has 1 month. You know, there's actually a deadline to all this.
Okay.
So the applicant has 1 month from the date of that service of opposition to reply to that opposition in form of what they call counter statements, just as the name says, counter. When you're countering an opposition,
Yes.
So you submit that counter statement. The registry will also notify the opponent. Opponent is the person who filed the opposition.
Yes.
That, okay, that applicant has replied with his counter statement, and this is it. So the counter statement will be served on the opponents, who also have another 1 month. I mean, it's all timelines to reply with what they call statutory declaration. Okay. So the other party too will also reply with his own statutory declaration. Once the parties are invited to the registry, they will be given opportunity to be heard. Of course, fair justice. So each party will make their own cases in form of written address, and they will also address the tribunal. So at the end of the day, at the end of the proceedings, the registry will give a decision. The registry will make a decision, or the registrar will make a decision to the opposition. So if, let's say, party A is not satisfied with the outcome of the tribunal, of course, he is at liberty to, appeal against the decision of the registrar at the Federal High Court.
Okay.
Yes, if also either of the parties are not satisfied with the outcome at the Federal High Court, you move to Court of Appeal, to Supreme Court, which is the apex court.
Okay.
And that's where the final decision will be given.
Okay. Because of time, I actually wanted to ask you, if I want to trademark my name, Merciful, how long? Is it for life? Does that cover me for life or something? Then secondly, you've mentioned some advantages of trademarking, but are there any other advantages? Like, what's the main importance of all of this?
Okay, well, if you trademark your name, it covers for the first period is 7 years.
Okay.
Yes, it is valid for the first 7 years, after which you're to renew it for every 14 years perpetually. So
Every
after
14
the,
years.
Yes, after the first 7 years, you approach for renewal. Then the first renewal will last for 14 years, after which you renew again for 14 years. So for every 14 years, you keep renewing.
Renewing.
Yes.
All
Yes, and then on the second part of the question, advantages of trademark can never be overemphasized. I mean, there are a whole lot of them. First of all, it gives you the unique rights over the name, over the mark. I mean, nobody can challenge you on that. You've registered it and it's all yours, so you have the exclusive rights over that product. Then secondly, it also builds trust and goodwill on that particular goods. I mean, for loyal customers who have known you for this particular identity, so they tend to trust you in that effect. Then it also differentiates your product from that of others. So once your trademark is registered to your name, to your logo, and to your signs, I mean, if I see this, I'll say, oh yeah, this belongs to Merciful. So it differentiates yours from that of others.
Okay, thank you so much for joining us on the conversation.
You're welcome. It's an honor to be here. Thank you.
And thank you, viewers, for staying tuned to the conversation. Of course, I always say you can be a part of our social media community. That is at TOS TV Network on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Till I come your way again next week on Monday, my name is Merciful Ajinmo. Enjoy the rest of your weekend.